Hey everyone, Boozor here. Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be going through my most recent Platinum Arena reset. I mentioned in the past, this past couple weeks has been the first time I've reached Platinum. I made it 2 weeks in a row, and then last week I missed Platinum. So usually I've had trouble on offense. My defense has been okay because I've been able to pull some of the the meta defense champions, and my gear is generally okay for a free-to-play player. But my champ roster has been quite lucky, quite fortunate to pull some of these really solid champions. But I haven't had a lot of luck pulling nukers, so I don't have a great offensive team or offensive champion to build off of. So you'll see in this video that I kind of mixed it up a little bit. I did change up my offense and defense a little bit just to play around a little bit. You'll see kind of where I struggle, and we'll go over some of the good and bad of what's happened during this reset. So I'm just going to start this here. So you're seeing 10 minutes out, I'm starting at about 275th. See my point total. I'm in platinum right now with 10 minutes to go. Kind of just showing you guys my defense here. Harima, Duchess, Necrit, and Warlord. We'll go over that a little bit more at the end. Go over my logs on defense. I did win a couple recently, so just inside the 15-minute mark, I did win a couple defenses already. So I know my defense can hold up okay in the low platinums. Obviously, I don't have empowered champions, so all baseline champions. So I'm messing around with this offense this week with Duchess, Necrit, Warlord, and then my attack-based nuker, which is Ethos. You kind of see how this works. You lock them out. Necrit protects Ethos, lock them out. Duchess protects, Duchess buffs and protects, and then we just keep slamming them. I was really surprised that Duchess died there from Mortu. That must be like a pretty strong Mortu. But that's my second AoE. So you see that the Ethos is struggling to kill off this team, even with two AoEs on them. So still struggling to kill off this Duchess. This fight looks like it could go either way right now, but we know the Duchess is locked out, so she can't use her revive. So we were lucky that the Mortu didn't 100% peril us. But he gets our team pretty good at the end. But luckily, I think we pulled this one out. Oh, there it is. Necrit with the finish. Yeah, that was a little bit of a struggle, right? So you see my point total. I got hit, I think, and then I looked at it. I'm like, oh, I got hit twice because I see my point total dropping. I wasn't sure what to think about it at this time, so I just took what I thought was an easy fight here. And this one proved to be quite troublesome. So lockout outside of Mithrala. So you can see my AoE slam doesn't do anything. Mithrala with the protection. So this Mithrala seems like it must have like a huge HP pool because the shield she placed was quite large. I would say at least 80k pool. But yeah, I'm really struggling to kill off some of these champions here, and then the double reviver is gonna give me a lot of problems too. Yeah, so 1 minute fight so far. And now my nuker is stunned. I don't have cleansers on my team. So I think I made a mistake attacking this team. I should have brought Ramantu. Um, but my Ramantu team relies on Stone Skin and relies on, so basically they rely on not getting stripped and then going in order to execute properly. So the Uko scared me from using that team, and then I went in with this team, but you can tell that this team is really, really struggling. We can't get anywhere right now. Like, I'm already looking to come out, and I end up coming out, and we drop out of Platinum. So usually when you drop out, you do a quick refresh, so then you can pick up some G5 teams. So when I was fighting, those were Platinum, already in Platinum teams. So here we're quickly back in after an easy fight, a gimme. I look at the high point total fights, and then I quickly don't go there. Look for some fights that I can maybe win. Nothing. And then these look like some pretty easy fights. Generally speaking, these are not plat teams. But I wasn't ready to fight non-plat teams. So I had to make my speed team again. And my speed team is generally faster than obviously most gold 5 teams. My arbiter's 380 something, 381 I think, or 382. So she's, 9 out of 10 should be faster than most G5 teams. Alright, picking up some quick points here, but we've fallen back down out of Platinum, so we're going to have to pick up some points pretty quick. Looks like there's only 4 minutes left or so at this time. It's crazy how even this team is so frail. My nuker gets hit with an A1 and dies right away. So even this team I don't run consistently outside of just speed farming like G5 weekly. It's just not consistent enough. Like because if my attacker gets A1 and dies, like that's pretty rough. Okay, so I'm okay. I'm kind of happy with my defense right now. I saw it lost twice, but it did win a couple, so I'm like, okay, we're just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna focus on attacks that I can win. So I'm just focusing on fights that I can win. Definitely running out of time here. I think there's probably only 2 minutes left. So I might have one more fight left, maybe 2. Yeah, so you see there the A1 takes out Ethos, which is really, really annoying. And I noticed that my timer is running out, so I'm trying to hurry this fight along a little bit, but this Stone Skin Ultimate Death Knight's being really annoying. Alright, so we make it. There's 2 minutes left, so I got maybe one more fight left. I look at my defense one more time, and I'm happy with it. And we're going to take one more fight. So I'm going to go in against this tanky team here. And we're going to run the Duchess team again. Just because I don't want to lose with 2 minutes to go. And if I can't kill in 2 minutes, I won't quit the match. Because the other team's just more frail. So I don't want to lose like a quick loss with 2 minutes left. So I take a safer team that might take a bit longer. Okay, so we see the A1 actually triggering the passive from Gottfried. Oh, sorry, we see Ethos is AoE triggering the passive here. Seeing this champion a bit more, the Gottfried champion. So again, Ultimate Death Knight being annoying with the Stone Skin. Trying to get back around to Ethos ASAP. At this point, we're probably running it like really tight on time, a bit too tight. So I'm hoping I can get this win in before the reset. Okay, need some help. All right, looks like we got it. 26 seconds left. I can't really get a fight in 26 seconds, so it's all good. I'm just gonna chill. So my placement right now, I'm just chilling for the last like 15 seconds. Defense looks fine. Defense log looks fine. 326. I'm dropping a little bit because people are still ranking up in the last seconds. So at this point, I feel pretty confident that I made it, considering I'm 326 right here with like seconds to go. Yeah, you can see like my offense lost. I lost once to that really like tanky team, and then the rest were all wins. And then I lost 2 on defense to these 2 teams. So they go lockout and then heavy nuke or bomb champions, which kind of works, I guess. My team is mostly stone skin. And then the lockouts are really strong. Yeah. It looks like it's still processing a little bit. I'm thinking whether I get these 2 wins in, but I don't think so. So still waiting for it to process the rankings. Just doing stuff. Oh, here we go. The rankings are in. And hey, we made it. We made it to platinum this time. Alright, so we ended up ranked 339. I mean, for me, I'm perfectly happy with that. Like, it was kind of a no stress platinum reset for me. You saw I only did about 6 fights. I win 5 of them and I lose 1. And honestly, I probably shouldn't have lost that one if I had like a proper nuker, I guess. I just couldn't do any damage to that team, even though that team didn't look too strong. And yeah, on defense, my defense team was pretty good. I never used it before. I just kind of tried it out. I'll show you guys the champions I was using. Let's see. So my neck crit, I was able to finally get my neck crit into bolster. I literally only have 1 set of bolster gear, and out of the, I believe, 15 pieces that I had access to, because when you don't pay for the pass, then you really are limited in the amount of quality gear you can roll. So I was lucky and I rolled like literally 1 okay set. So I'll show you guys some of the pieces here. I mean, we got HP and speed, like that's huge on a 6-star piece. Like that's the level of gear that I'm working with, right? I'm happy with that. I'm happy with this. This is a really good helmet. Like we got double roll HP, and then defense, resist is fine, and then the crit damage is the wasted roll. But I mean, 6-star helmet is super fine. My shield, not the best shield. But honestly, this is the only shield I have that's worth using. I think I had like 2 shields. So I mean, it's all kind of defensive stats or support stats, and they all work for neck crit. I haven't rolled any of these. Sorry, I haven't even fully rolled this, and I haven't glyphed any of these pieces up because I'm waiting for CBC to big glyph them. So my neck crit is not like max statted right now. And then I rolled this really nice HP boot. HP boot, triple defense percentage, and then speed, and then accuracy, and then more HP. I mean, this is a really nice boot. So I was really lucky to get this boot. And then I have like decent, like some decent immortal gear, I guess. Like I went with defense here just to balance out the stats a little bit. But I do have an HP chest that's not as good as this, but this is a pretty good one. Triple reaction. I was able to use Ultimate Death Knight's banner because I wanted HP instead of my resistance banner. Really, really slow. I don't like it this slow. I like it to be a little bit faster, but I'll glyph him up a little bit. So about 100k HP and then just under 5k defense. I mean, Bolster is just the better shield set. So previously she had like a, he had a shield set. Previously he had a shield set, but you know, Bolster is just the better shield set, right? So I'm really happy to get Necrit in it. And it's a good starting point because I don't have any more pieces and we probably won't get one for like a couple months. So happy with that. This is my ethos. I mean, this is the best I got. This is the best nuker I got on my account. I love the way he looks. I love his animations, but you know, he just doesn't hit hard enough, right? And I think as a baseline ethos, I have him geared pretty well, like 7.85 attack, savage, cruel, and 265, 267 crit damage. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Like I got him geared decent for a baseline one, but he really shows that he can't hit in plat properly. So I really hope to get something a little better. But I think even if I pull like a top tier AoE nuker, it's not going to be that impactful because it's still going to be a baseline nuker. So some of these champions like I'm facing against are just insanely strong. Like they got the insane stats, right? So yeah, so that I was using Ethos as my nuker. My Duchess. This is my defense Duchess. Like I use 4-piece stone skin. Yeah, she's slow, good resistance, and yeah, she's good. I'm happy with her build. Again, baseline Duchess. I do have a second one that I use for PvE. But yeah. What else was I using? Warlord. I have him decently fast, 333, and yeah, good accuracy to lock out most champions. Only if you're really thinking that my Warlord has 700 accuracy would you bring in a team to counter this. Because I think this might surprise some people, 700 accuracy on a Warlord. And also I think the speed might surprise some people, just based on like the champs. Like a baseline Warlord with no blessing. And like if you look at my team, all baseline champions, it's like you kind of know that my account isn't like suitable for like, you know, top tier platinum stats, but I feel like this Warlord might be able to surprise some people with the fast speed and then the high accuracy. So I like my Warlord. He has like some of the best gear on my account to make him as strong as possible. Anything else? I don't think I have anything else. Necrit, Warlord, Duchess. And I think I was running Harima for my defense. So I have her built for damage, lethal and cruel. I mean, she has great stats for lethal and cruel. I don't like so she can hit, but I don't know if this is the best build. Maybe like a stall Harima might be better, like something with like just 6-piece stone skin and super slow and just take advantage of her passive, right? Take advantage of her passive ability, which is basically yeah, she cuts down the ignore defense effect, so she cuts the effectiveness of Savage. So I, you know, maybe that would be better, right? Okay, I think that's gonna be it for yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Yeah, I just want to go through some of the champions. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you guys have any ideas on what you guys want to see, like my champions don't really change usually, like on a weekly basis. They're pretty much built with the best gear and the best builds on the account. I spend a lot of time building each champion and making sure that the gear on my account is allocated to the champions that I use the most, and so that they can execute their ability the best they can. So I don't really skimp out on builds. So that's why builds don't really change too much, and I'm pretty deliberate with what I want to do. So if I'm like, okay, if I'm set on Necrit being in Bolster, he's going to stay in Bolster. Also, I only have one set of Bolster. Masteries, I had to change up his masteries, which really hurts because I had to pay 150. I hate paying gems for. I never really paid gems for masteries, but I feel like I had Necrit down to unshakable for resistance. He was at like 600-ish resistance earlier before, but now obviously with bolster, the shield can't be removed, so I don't really care about resistance. So I just went with bulwark. Um, yeah, but he's not gonna change. Like Harima's probably not gonna change. Like she's just really like she's built really strongly, I think, for a baseline Harima. It's whether I want to go in a totally different approach with her and go like full stall. You know what I mean? So I'm probably not gonna do that. And Ethos is built, as well as he can with the best nuking gear on my account. Duchess as well, best EHP stone skin with the highest resistance possible on the account. So it's just kind of like the way it is. For my account, it just doesn't really change too much, and I don't think any drastic changes I can make will lead to like really high significant changes in my platinum finishes. Um, yeah, so the big addition next week will be the Pytheon edition. So I think at that point I'm going to sub in my Wither, take my Wither's gear, and probably put it on Pytheon. So it's going to be super high HP, like good resistance, stone skin, and then Pytheon will fit right in with my Duchess. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. And yeah, if you guys have any comments, feel free to leave them below. If you guys like the content, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support always. And we'll see you guys, I guess, next week for another platinum push, I guess. So hopefully we'll get a portrait this time. That would be kind of cool. I really want a portrait. But yeah, until then, I'll see you guys next time.